That's one way. Another way is to go into this into edit mode and then add a group and then say import. So I'm just gonna choose my guitar again. So I can hold shift to select multiple files, and I can hold command to select a few specific files. But in this case, I want all of them. So I'm gonna hold shift and say import, and we'll leave the mode set to spectral for now. So this is sort of what we had in the previous example, where we had only one group here on the left side. But now we can add a new group, and we can do that with this button again. And we could also for this use the same method as we used in the previous video, but this works just as well. So just for consistency, I'm gonna choose a piano again. And I want all of the notes in there. So now we have two groups here on the left side, and the first one we can call guitar, and the second one we can double click and call it piano. And with two or more groups, there the options get increasingly powerful. There's a lot more stuff we can do right now. For example, one thing that we can do is if we look here at trigger, it says attack for both of these groups. That means that this group is going to trigger on the attack. In other words, on a note on message. So if you press the key, if I double click this, I get a pop-up menu and I can choose release. And what that means is that this group is going to trigger on a release. So when you release a key on the keyboard. So now this piano group should trigger on the attack and this guitar on the release. So if we make the release a little bit longer on the ADSR, I'm just going to say ADSR instead of AHDSR. Now we should hear the other group on the release. So in our case, it's going to be the guitar. So I hold down a note and then release it. Go to the normal page and then choose import audio. And we had something in our drop zone. We can right click and then we can say move to new RR group, where RR stands for round robin. And round robin basically means a group that is not supposed to trigger all of the time. Say for example you have a guitar and you have a melody that has the same note that keeps repeating. So it's constantly a C every quarter note, C, C, C. If you have a sampler, normal sampler, then you're gonna hear that each note sounds exactly the same, exactly that same C at the same velocity. And with round robin, you can record multiple samples and make sure that it randomly goes through these samples, and it will sound slightly different each time because you recorded a different sample. So if you ask a guitar player to play the same note 20 times, it will never sound the same. And that's what they're trying to mimic here. So if you have multiple versions of a piano note, for example, and you hit the key with the same velocity each time, but you record it multiple times, you can layer those and you can use any of those layers for that specific sound. And that's really going to show if you have a clear repeating melody. So it will just sound slightly different each time.